face. Alright, bring it. Come here, jockey. Oh, there's a finishing move. Probably right. That probably was what needed to happen, but I just can't trust her.
Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride.
Oh, poor Kasumi's doing cleanup duty. Flying whale bird things. Looks a bit like a pterodactyl. Thank you, Robot VI. I will take note of the beautiful views. I can't sing, by the way, so it's your fault when you put songs in my head and I try and sing them. It is very Jurassic or dinosaur-esque, isn't it? With some of the landscape and the creatures. Plus the fact there's a moon that's going to smash into this planet in a couple of years. Jump across using the rocky platforms. Okay, here we go. Whoops, steady. Whoa, look out. Oh, there's a mech here too. Let's knock him off the edge. Get out of here, dickhead. Oh, he's sad. He lost his arms.
We can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
Ashes, maybe he has to snort the ashes. That's how they work. It's quite the saga. Holy balls, was this a big saga.
And what about me? Does anyone care what I want?
No.
You have a responsibility, Alistair.
And they are swinging at the speed of light for some reason. What the hell's wrong with you? Yes, Morrigan, what did you find?
'Tis not what I expected. A disturbing thought.
Damn. This is how we summon the dragon back at the temple. We blow on this stupid horn that we picked up from the dude inside.
By the tits of my ancestors.
That is a
Ooh.
most offensive odor.
And you're looking at me?
Should I be looking elsewhere?
Ah. Oh, fireballs are fun. Which I'm pretty sure my blood magic won't really affect. Oh, that's a golem back there. Alright, steady up, everyone.
I'm overwhelmed. I need a moment of silence.
Wow. Oh, that did sound very overwhelming. That's quite the expression you've got there. Wait, it's just your face. That's a good way to taunt them, Ogren. Way to get under their skin. Why are they all disappearing? That's really weird and creepy. Alistair's now unlocked Super Friend Awesomeness, so if Ajit has wares, if you have coin. I think I'm ready to move forward, yes.
Oh, good to know that.
He's going to change her Facebook status to it's complicated. He gave us... we didn't even buy the stupid rod, he just gave it to us. Alright, step on the earthquake. Ah, because that's what happens to the screen. Alright, what do we have here? We have some kind of frozen golem thingy. Loot is always important, am I right? Tell me I'm wrong.
Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting.
The cat finds me distracting?
I want to make wondrous things. Things a dwarf and craftsman would appreciate. Oh, nothing. Remember, fantastical materials.
How do you feel knowing you murdered all those people because you were too arrogant to check your facts?
Ah.
Warm and fuzzy.
You're a terrible person, and your ears are clownish.
What? Who's juvenile now?
You're a terrible person, and your ears look clowny. Fantastic.
Certain matters of court must be decided.
Ah, so it's time to be judge. Oh, this is politics. I don't like this kind of politics. I like the easy ones. All right, let's try persuading. Look, Oh, shit. All right. That was more than I bargained for. Bloody hell. Okay.
That's a lot of firepower for a friendly welcome. Expecting trouble?
We're hearing news about the council wanting to stop the slave market.
You have to give the Asari credit.
Give us a kiss. Yes! Yes!
Hello. Can I help you with something?
Free your slave.
I need you to let that slave go. Now.
Here we go, Grizz. Here's your bachelor party for the proposal on Discord or whatever. Yeah, so her father is a Krogan, which is hilarious because... And then they kill each other. Oh, fucking fail. That's hilarious.
That's all.
These guys need to stop being so awkward against each other. Yeah, chop them up nicely.
You cannot stand against us!
Ah! Down they go. Come on, break it. That's it. Alright. You stupid spiders. Yeah! Swirlies for the win. That's it. Just a foot and... That's how you get it done. I see no reason the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Hey, are you impressed? That's the Guy Fawkes rhymey-palmy theme, right? Hopefully I didn't butcher that too much. Go for it.
Sorry to interrupt, Commander.
Oh.
Got a message from Captain Anderson.
Worst fight ever.
It's done, Commander. Go get the lieutenant and get the hell out of here.
Belay that. We can handle ourselves. Go back and get Williams.
Oh, shit. Don't take cover there. Fuck's sake, what are you... Oh, right, it's a sniper. If we counter snipe, that's a good way to take the snipers out. Just like that. That's a good shield. I'll give him that. We don't believe you, but if you really believe it, keep going. How about you can help us a bit more, you cogheads? Oh, I hate you, Dina.
Didn't send him.
Oh, yes! Socked him. That's great. One behind. Yeah, I heard you coming. Heard you coming. Face, jeez. Oh, I hate those big guys. Oh, shit. Oh, filthy birds. Reload. Dodge, you dickhead. Dodge. Fuck. Shut up, Barry. I don't care about you finding a quarter. Open the damn gate. Drive carefully, Barry.
I'm crazy.
Don't get cocky, Barry. Never get cocky. Whew. All right, this way. My abs are copping a workout. I keep tensing up. That's what it's made of. Darkedness. Just like we embrace our nerdedness. Steady. Got it. Fuck. Haven't got it. Oh, there was an Azadar. A ladder? Let's try and carefully take some of these out. Oops. Oh, they're all bad. Down. Yeah, ripper burnout.
Can I ask why? Do you have a juggling accident or something?
It's like an upside down spoon. Yeah, so it's not even a useful spoon. Pull the pin and smack him. Well, there's a few plot twists I didn't expect.
Good morning, night city, a day in the life.
Something's coming. Something's on its way. Mountains are crumbling like statues of clay.
Alrighty, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. How are we doing? It is once again warm here in the Australian summer, and our air conditioning is broke, so we've got doors open, so if we get some extra noise from outside, apologies. We need to do this in order to survive. I also may get a little shiny. I can't quite manage the light in the room as well as I'd like when we've got everything open as well. But hopefully we can get through it together and not be too bad. Danny Frost, how are you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. You're on at the start. You haven't been on at the start for a little while. That's awesome. Thank you for coming along. We're going to be doing some interesting story missions tonight. So our plan is to kick off with the Mage mission, Hushed Whispers. Wow, I can't speak. So that should be interesting, and where we go after that, I'm not quite sure. So it's going to be an interesting ride, I think. I think there's going to be some dramas that unfold. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Sparkle Sauce, you have 2 dickhead cats, one of which is trying to climb on your lap and eat your phone, and two human babies as well. Well, hopefully you can still listen in at the very least whilst you're being climbed on by everything. Danny, you're not doing so good. You had to put your 11-year-old kitty to sleep. Oh no, that sucks. Yes, I definitely understand what that is like. Sparkle Sauce and I had to do that when we were a little bit younger as well. We had to put our beloved kitty to sleep after he was 12, I think, at that stage. So yes, definitely understand the pain that goes with that. However, the good thing is you've made the right choice. You have ended any suffering they could be going through, because the problem with pets and animals is if they are ill, they don't understand what's going on. So if you're trying to treat them and it's not working and you're drawing it out, they're just confused. They're suffering for no reason because they don't understand. The good thing is, if you put them to sleep, at least they go away peacefully. They're not in pain anymore, and you've done the right thing that you possibly could do for them as a loving pet owner. So, Danny, definitely understand the pain that you're going through. Have gone through that. Will likely go through that again at some stage in my life. But rest assured, you've done the best you could think, the best thing you could do for your kitty. What is your kitty's name? Can you tell us the name of the kitty? Here. Danny definitely needs some gin. I'm on the whiskey at the moment. Vito, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. We're going to crack on with some action and see what drama unfolds in here next. Meanwhile, we pay tribute to Danny's cat, who has unfortunately had to be put to sleep. Danny's AFK, that's fair enough. Look, it can be difficult to talk about these things, so... Star! That's a cool name. Alright, Danny, well, tonight we're thinking about Star and all the cool stuff that you got to do hanging out with Star over the last 11 years. Hopefully we can send him off. Hopefully we can ease a bit of the pain that you're going through. We had a doggo we could name right now in the game, we'd name it Star, but we can't do that. There are no pets. There are no pets. Okay. Vito, yes, we had a good weekend. It was quite productive. Hope you had a good weekend as well. I missed your NASCAR stream, but I'm hoping to tune in to some more of your farming simulator streams. By the way, check out Vito's channel if you're interested in seeing, in particular, I really like either the Satisfactory streams or the farming simulator streams. Very nice chilled vibe. Nice sort of hangout, and it's really cool watching someone who knows what they're doing in these games. So check out Vito's channel as well. Alright, so what are we going to do first? I think we've talked to everyone here at least once. I'll just double check with Cullen.
Yes?
Oh, we can jump straight into the flirting with Cullen, which we're not going to do. And I think we've covered all of these things, so nothing else to talk about.
Another time then.
Alright, what we'll do is we'll just jump into the local tavern, see if we can talk to Sarah, to see if there's any more things to chat about or any more points we can gain. because we are likely to upset her a bit in the upcoming mission.
With silence. I knew then.
Alrighty then. Yeah. Sarah, our love, yes. Don't worry. Any disfavor that we gain with our companions, we shall regain. Don't worry, I have backup plans. I have come to the spot where Solus is. Where the hell is Sarah? She's in that building over there. My bad. My bad. Rusty, damn it, Twitch and Discord, your notifications. Yeah, it's unreliable, I will admit that. Maybe you just need to set a manual alarm. Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we're on streaming. But don't worry, we always have a little bit of a lead-in, a little bit of a warm-up before we hit the main action. So I'm conscious that notifications can be delayed, and we sort of want to ease into it, not jump straight into the deep end and have people miss out, and have me not in the right set of mind, frame of mind either. And yes, Jay is a fellow Melburnian, formerly a Seymourian, if you can figure that one out.
Don't be a fool. Grey Wardens can kill anything that crawls.
Oh, next time.
The rest of you surfacers should take lessons.
Make her be with rebellion, but she was so fast and quick with her bow. No one quite knew where she came from. Sarah was never quite the quietest girl. Her attacks are loud and they're joyful, but she knew the ways of nobler men, and she knew how to enrage them. She would always like to say, why change the past when you could understay? Today she will fight to keep her away. She's a rogue and a thief, and she'll tempt your fate. She would always like to say, why change the past when you...
This is amazing.
Today she will fight to keep her away. A rogue and a thief, and she'll tempt your fate. Sarah was never quite the wealthiest girl. Some say she lives in a tavern, but she was so sharp and quick with a bow. Arrows strike like a dragon. Sarah was never quite the gentlest girl. Her eyes were sharp like a razor, but she knew the ways of commoner men, and she knew just how to use them. She would always like to say, why change the past when you could understay? Today she will fight to keep her away. She's a rogue and a thief, and she'll tempt your fate. She would always like to say,
does it loop forever, or does it end?
Today she will fight to keep her away. She's a rogue and a thief, and she'll tempt your fate.
Hey, there we go. Awesome. Thank you, Bard Lady. Yes, Frosty, I figured that was going to be the song. As soon as we stepped in, I saw a codex. It said codex unlocked Sarah something. I'm like, what? What are we doing? And then I heard her name mentioned in the song, and I saw it in the subtitles, so I immediately ran over. So we'll unlock more songs as the game goes on. They're all so good. Most excellent. That was amazing. I did not know that was going to be there, so... excellent. Thanks for the heads up previously, Frosty, because you said there was an awesome song, and that was good. And Jay, now that you've mentioned it, we'll pay more attention in future as well. Sarah was never as the song. I'm going to look this up on YouTube later to see if there's like a proper recording or something. All right, stop messing around, Jay. Let's get on with it. Let's talk to Sarah. Can we see anything?
That's a Templar's job. A big, armoured, pissed-off helm polisher. Not too late to go find some. Or stay home.
Is there anything else? We've already seen...
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things or the ones who give orders?
Have we asked about the team members?
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
Ooh.
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
Thoughts on Iron Bull?
He makes me wonder about things. He's got nothing on you, but that Kuhn stuff, I don't know.
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
He's too good, right? I'd like to see him out of that uniform. Not like that.
Not like that, because she is completely homosexual. Sarah is as gay as they come. Also, she loves Kunari, so she's naturally interested in Iron Bull as well.
What do you think about our Spymaster, Ambassador, and Commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it. And Cullen. I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair though.
Nice hair. All right. Hello, Elvin. Thank you for coming along as well. Sparkle Sauce, fiddle her diddles. Don't worry, we will do that in good time. And if you're lagging on Twitch, that sucks. I can't do much about that.
Good, right? I'll be here.
You could potentially put the YouTube stream on your television and then still do the Twitch on your phone, but if you put the volume right down and just do the chat on there, that's possible. You can use both apps if one is being annoying over the other. And Vito lurking, just here for the story and gameplay. No problems at all, dude. Lurkers are always most welcome. So no probs at all. Thanks for tuning in. You have nothing to put in the game? No, that's all good. No stress at all, man. Love having you here just in the background anyway. All good. Okay, so we've talked to Sarah. Let's crack on with the mission. So let's jump to... I think it's in the... Was it up here? Inquisitor's Path. In Hushed Whispers. Okay, so to recap. Grand Enchanter Fiona, leader of the Mage Rebellion, has offered an alliance with the rebel mages at Redcliffe. Travel to Redcliffe and make contact with the mages. So, when we went to Val Royeaux to try and be diplomatic with the Chantry, the mages, the Templars there, threw a shit fit and basically literally slapped the Chantry and stormed off. Shortly after, we were contacted by a messenger saying, hey, the mages want to chat. We talked to Grand Champion Fiona, who said they are interested in working with us potentially. So now we go to meet up with them and see whether they're going to play nicely with us and cooperate, or are they going to be a dick, or what's going to happen. So we're going to go into the hinterlands and travel up north. So it looks like we're going here first. Let's go. Now, okay, so this time around we're going to take Varric as our rogue, Cassandra as our tank, and Vivian as our fellow DPS. Oh, I missed Varric. How did I miss Varric? Did I click it twice? There we go. Let's do it. Grand Enchanter, not Champion. Sorry, what did I say? You know I am bad with names. Yeah, sorry, she is the Grand Enchanter, is this Fiona person. So Elvin, popcorn in one hand, tablet in the other, life is good. Excellent. Have you got a beverage as well? Something to sippy sip on? Speaking of hats, you've noticed that has crept back. What I'm doing is I'm having variety. Last stream, I was in the black hat. This stream, I'm in the white hat. Next stream, well, we don't know which hat we'll be in. But I have them all in a nice little line. We'll mix and match them a little bit. I'm also trying to make my head not blend in too much to the black background that is the green screen wallpaper I've got going on. So Elvin, going the mage route? At this stage, yes. Given the history that we have in being a mage in basically all of the games, as well as the interest I have in magic, the fact that even way back in Origins, I mean, even back then, the mages had a bit of a rough deal. At least then it was balanced before the Templars sort of went overboard. I am of the opinion that it's the Templars have squeezed too tight and been too dickish to the mages, especially around Kirkwall, which is what we experienced in Dragon Age 2. Also, playing a mage in Dragon Age 2 further enhanced that view. So I'm going in with the angle that ultimately the Templars are less favoured than the mages. In this game, they're both kind of being dicks because they're fighting each other everywhere with collateral damage being caused. Like, look at all this farmland, right? From these dickheads fighting each other, all these innocent farmlands have been destroyed. Hopefully not too many bystanders killed, but ultimately some have. But it's really painted the picture for me at the moment that the Templars are more to blame. They are not, however, the only ones to blame. Anders has a lot to answer for, the way that he blew up the Chantry in Dragon Age 2. Sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen that. Or if you haven't seen that in our stream yet. I'm bad with muting spoilers for previous things that we've played. So obviously, Anders is the most guilty in fueling this fire, but ultimately, Knight Commander Meredith and the Red Lyrium is the most to blame in causing these problems, I think. So Jay, Viv hated you in your playthrough. Well, at the moment, she's amicable. Hopefully, my plan is to try and get everyone loving us by at least sort of, I don't know, 3/4, 80% of the way through. So you, as revenge, Jay dressed Vivian up terribly because she hated you. Played robe exclusively for Viv. That sounds amazing. I kind of want to see that now. And yes, the graphics in this game look pretty good. It actually made it a little bit difficult because I like to do... Oh, we got dismounted. Don't dismount. Get back on there. What do we do when we fall off the horse? We get back on. The horse does not want to let us mount for some reason.
Traveler. The veil's ripped open and Maker knows what could come out.
Is that why we got kicked off the horse? Alright, time to seal something.
Turn back. We can't open the gates until the threat has passed.
Well, we'll just fix the threat, won't we? Yeah, one of the things that's a little bit annoying about this game is the fact that it's already pretty good, so I always like to try and remaster the games we play using mods. There's only a handful of mods I could put on here, and only like 1 or 2 of them was graphics related. It does stand up pretty well, and this is one of the advantages, I think, of the Frostbite engine. It is good and efficient. It is buggy as all hell for things like RPG elements, which is why games made in it, especially that are RPG related, have struggled, and why they will no longer theoretically be made using Frostbite. But it does look good. Oh, don't shoot that at the nothing. Close the rift. Close it down. Your horse looks like an upside-down small boat or one of those shitty rapid types.
We don't know what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
Really? Interesting.
There are many mages in Redcliffe. Maybe Fiona will know what's going on.
Maker have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
Open the gates. Let everybody through, including us, please. Because we are amazing. We've got cool things to do. Carry on.
We've spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Right.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly.
Who the fuck is that?
Speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
Former Grand Enchanter. Well, a lot's happened since we last saw her, has it? I sense political malarkey at play.
Or is something weird going on here?
Something weird's going on.
The Grand Enchanter.
Yes. Yep. I agree with both of you. Something weird's definitely going on. Okay, let's creep forward. So we got a bunch of Inquisition forces here. That's cool. Ooh. What are you guys chanting about? Very good. Oh, that was a big one. Chant for me, soldiers, chant. Alright, let's have a bit of a look-see around. Who are you? No one, okay. Hey, birdie. You love this whole section of the game? Well, it's pretty cool. By the way, in between streams, I've done a whole bunch of grinding, collecting shit, exploring areas, unlocking stuff, doing the boringest of quests. There is some really boring shit to do as side missions. Holy crap.
We
So
should
I'm
search the area.
saving the interesting stuff for stream, so that's what we're doing here. We will search the area, Cassandra. What's in here? Requires the deft hands, fine tools perk. Cool, we can't break in there. We don't have that perk yet. Seem to be quite slow in getting perks, actually.
Just rumors.
Got plenty of Inquisition power to spend on missions, but...
Go. In the middle of the war. Don't be a fool, girl. We did not flee Redcliffe when the dead walked into our village. We will not flee now.
Ah, yes, we're in Redcliffe, that's right. Ah, this looks similar. It's back in Origins, right?
Rabbit does not flee its burrow when it hears the wolf prowling about. Now is the
Alright, so I guess we just have a little bit of a explore around the area. Claim a epic statue. Oh, it's about the hero of Ferelden. And the one time I might actually read a codex, it does not pop one for us. How do we get to our, whoops, codex? History. Oh man, this is... Alright, no idea where the hero of Ferelden is in here. Which is, this might even be too far back in history. Places, tales. Nah. Fuck it. Continue without it. Because in Dragon Age Origins, we do a lot of stuff here in Redcliffe. Including defending the town from a weird undead uprising and saving a corrupted or possessed magical child of Connor. We saved Connor with no dead people involved. No one had to sacrifice themselves to do it. Big success. Okay, that's just a codex. And we're not gonna be doing merchant stuff right now.
We're just rumors after all.
Checked characters.
That's all that matters right now.
Oh, in the codex section, characters. Aha. Adar the Vashoth, Black Wall. So that's us, right? Is Adar? Yeah. So the Kunara, I'm not going to read that now. Maybe we'll read that another day. Blackwall, Cassandra, Cullen, Justine. Oh, there it was. Here. Oh, where was it? The hero of Ferelden. All right. Nice one, Elvin. You are amazing. And we can meet Connor here. Excellent. I look forward to seeing what's happening. He would have grown up now, right? Because it's been like 10, 11 years. He'll be like, I don't know, 20, 21, something like that. Well, that'll be cool. So, the hero of Ferelden. Now, this is the character you play as in Dragon Age Origins. They are referred to as the hero of Ferelden. The hero of Ferelden belonged to the Circle of Magi in Ferelden, residing at the tower at Lake Calenhad for most of his life. Now, this obviously will change based on the origin and the character that you play, but we played a male human mage. And I chose that for a specific reason to hook up with Morrigan and some of the end story stuff that I knew happened because I had played that game once before. First Enchanter Irving recommended the hero to the Grey Warden Commander Duncan. Duncan was a legend. Shortly after the hero's harrowing, Duncan recruited him into the Order. Now, this is because everything went tits up. not long after the harrowing, when we tried to help our friend Jarwin. Jarwin? Is that how you say his name? Because he was being suspected of blood magic, and he was going to be either killed or made tranquil. And so we tried to help him escape, and in the end, the rumors were true after all. We got betrayed by Jarwin, and then again betrayed by Jarwin because he fled, and then came to Redcliffe and poisoned the Arl as ordered to by Taryn Logain, another dickhead in that game. And we found him in the castle and had to team up with him to cure Connor, who was the Arl of Redcliffe's son. And we also happened to cure the Arl of Redcliffe as well. After defeating the Archdemon and ending the Fifth Blight, the hero of Ferelden took up the mantle of Warden Commander. He began the task of rebuilding the Order in Ferelden, serving with honour until his disappearance several years later. His current whereabouts are unknown. Now, this is because near the end of the game, we learn that in striking the killing blow to the Archdemon, the nearest warden is effectively possessed and killed by the Archdemon. Like, the soul goes into him, kills them, and they'll both die. However, Morrigan discovered a ritual she could do from studying Flemeth's grimoire, so her mother's epic spellbook. And basically, we hook up with and make a baby with Morrigan. But the conditions are that she will disappear and take the child with her. We agree to it, or we survive. And then there's the Witch Hunt DLC. We played through the Witch Hunt DLC. We found our long-lost love, Morrigan, and she had activated an Elven Illuvian, which is like a magical mirror that opens portals, effectively. And so we stepped through that with Morrigan, and that's all we know. We don't know what happened to the hero of Ferelden after that, and that's what they're referring to in that codex entry. You think Connor's down at the docks? Well, if that's the case, let's go down towards the docks and see what we can find. Now, bear in mind that this character and our party have nothing to do with the hero of Ferelden. Liliana, who is one of our advisors, she knew the hero very well because she was one of the party members in that game. And, in the very first time I played Dragon Age, she was our love interest.
Make her hope it's not me.
Ah, Senna, my darling. For the first time in all these years, I fear I will not be visiting your ashes. What world is this? That demons and brigands stop a man from taking flowers to his wife's shrine.
What if I took flowers to your wife's shrine for you?
I do not know what to say, except thank you. I never expected anyone not of the blood to care. My Senna would be grateful. Her shrine lies on a hill to the west, near the Tablestones. Thank you.
No worries, we'll do that at some stage.
Stay safe.
Walk in peace.
Yep, well, we'll do that. I don't know when, but we'll do that at some point. Might be on stream, may not. There's a lot of boring hand-ins that we do. So, why can't I walk this way? There we go. There's a merchant. There is a book. Still not seeing a Connor. Get out of the way. Give me the book here.
The surface smells so wet.
The merchants coming in now say there are countless bodies lying butchered on the side of the road. If not for the Inquisition, it would have been even worse. And we hid here behind the village walls and did nothing.
What could we have done? Gone out and died with them?
Right.
Greetings.
There's lots of,
Here, let me try.
locked doors. Alright, Varric can at least open this one. He couldn't open the other ones. We'll come back when I've got perks and we'll be able to get in there. What is in here?
The Venatori created the Oculara to search for something. Something like those strange shards.
Yes, and those shards enable us to...
Ocularum is made from the skull of a tranquil.
I had hoped they were safe with the rebel mages. I see that I was mistaken.
I figured they'd fled with the rebel mages. Poor bastards.
I had wondered where they had gone. I should have looked harder.
Right. Okay, so we haven't done much Ocularum stuff on stream because it's hella boring. But basically around the world, we're seeing these weird magical skulls, and you look through them, and you look around the landscape, and you see these little glimmers. And then it sort of helps you identify where some of these shards are. These shards are then revealed to you. You can collect them. Yay! Collecting stuff. Who can be fucked with that? Except we've learnt now that there's a place you can go to on the map where you then spend these shards to open these doors that grant you resistances and powers in the likes of fire, frost, and spirit. There's these shrines you can deal with. So now what they're saying is these Ocularum are made from skulls of tranquil mages, and tranquil mages are mages that are forced to be made tranquil. That is, their magic removed from them, and they become like a robot. They have no personality, no magical talent, but they are very good at enchanting, apparently. Well, I'm hoping that they're not killed for their skulls. They're just obtained later. But someone has been setting up these things all over the maps. That's why we can find them. I was always wondering, why are these things here? Just to find some weird shards. Well, these weird shards actually do unlock stuff and grant you more power. And it's being done because people are looking for them. And it's been done recently, so that's interesting. Because basically you see these weird poles with glyphs and a skull on them. That's how it works. But we've only done like a couple of those on stream a while back. They may not be relevant or understood by everyone now. We're still not really seeing anyone interesting to talk to. I'm doing a lot of talking to myself right now. The Ocularum are pretty useless. They only give a little bit of resist, yeah. But at least it's something. But yes, you gain some fire, frost, and spirit resistance as a result. Still doesn't quite feel worth it, but I'll still work our way through it in the background. You went past him at the end near the house. 2 people. One is Connor, you reckon? But I didn't get any prompts to talk to. 2 people there. Not talk to anyone here. And you reckon one of these may be over here? Oh, sorry. You are on the money. What a legend. Thank you very much. I can't believe I missed that. I was talking too much.
How do you write as you do, Varric? I can never find the proper words.
You write? Really?
I've needed to describe events in reports. They always come off as...
Dry, boring, lifeless, stale.
You are an ass.
Just helping you find those words.
Yes, thank you very much. This is why it's so good playing games with you guys paying attention, because I miss things a lot. I should be better at it than I am. Shh, don't tell anyone. All right, Connor. Can we talk to Connor? He's grown up.
You've heard the story, I guess. I can't believe King Alistair thought Redcliffe was the right place to send the mages. I mean, he grew up here. Did he think they would just forget what I did to them?
Ooh, let's get him to talk a bit about it.
You were behind the siege of Redcliffe 10 years ago.
That's me. The boy with Redcliffe's blood on his hands.
Yes, because he was being possessed, and then that possession was causing him to summon a lot of undead each night to then attack the village.
Weren't you possessed? It wasn't you who did those things.
Wasn't it? I let the demon in. Sometimes when I dream, I remember what happened. I see the death and destruction, and it's me. It's all me.
That's right. So he made a deal with a demon to save his dad, who was poisoned. That is why. But then the demon just took over. And apparently, Cassandra and Vivian disapprove of me being sympathetic right there. Come on, damn it. Cassandra's heartless. Vivian was worse. Cassandra's just slightly disapproved. Vivian was full-blown disapproved. Don't worry, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of disfavor this session, but I will get it back, possibly using mods. Alright, tell us more.
Why isn't Al-Eamon in power anymore?
After the lands meet, he stayed in Denerim. I couldn't be his heir, not after what happened. So eventually he passed the title to Uncle Tegan.
Ban Tegan, he was our ally. We were working. He was the one trying to rally and protect Redcliffe at the time. He's awesome. He's a great guy. So he is. So Ban Tegan is Alistair's uncle, I think. Yes, and so was Al Eamon. Anyway, so Al Eamon helped us pull together the lands, meet the big political meeting that we did towards the end of the game, and he stayed in the capital city apparently. Yes, to help guide Alistair, because Alistair has no idea how to be king. But although we got him to marry Queen Honora, though, and she is doing quite well in that position.
How did you end up in the Mage Rebellion?
I was living in the Ferelden Tower when the circles dissolved. I voted against it, but at first it seemed all right. No one was summoning demons. They just wanted to oversee themselves. But then the Magister came, and it's wrong what they do in Tevinter. We are monsters. We need to be controlled. If it wasn't for me, every family in this village wouldn't be missing a son, a daughter, a spouse.
Mages, yeah. They need to be shepherded, I think. Not necessarily controlled, and not too harshly locked down, I think. Ice Queen Viv. Approval is not that important. You can still have them around as long as you don't piss them off on purpose. Duly noted. Thank you, Elvin. We do want to gain some favor with Sarah, though, because we want to we want to romance and marry her. But she's not with us on this mission, so hopefully that'll be to a lesser extent. But I believe for the big plot points, no matter who is in your party, they will still approve or disapprove based on your actions.
You're not in favor of the alliance with Tevinter?
Alliance? Is that what they're calling it? That Magister threw my uncle out into the street. He signed us into servitude. This is my home. Redcliffe, Ferelden. No matter what evils I've done, I would never have invited Tevinter here.
That is interesting. So Tevinter is involved. So this new boss person we're supposed to meet, Alexis or something, is Tevinter, is he?
I need to be going.
Please, talk some sense into the Grand Enchanter. Selling out to the Imperium won't win us any friends. We have to find a way to make peace.
All right. I actually agree with him. So Tevinter, every time we've encountered Tevinter people, they've either been evil mages or slave traders or just some kind of dick. And basically it's the Tevinters that caused the first blight, however many centuries or ages ago, because they're all about magic. The mages are real arrogant bastards doing all kinds of experiments and just doing whatever the hell they want. They rule. They eventually came up with a cool idea to enter the Fade, which mages often do anyway. But they went right deep into the Fade to then try and enter the Golden City. Once they entered the Golden City, something happened. The city was suddenly blackened. It was the Black City, and those Tevinter mages were ejected from the Fade back into the real world, corrupted and twisted, and they were the first of the Darkspawn. We encountered one of these in the Legacy DLC for Dragon Age 2, and we encountered one of these guys in Dragon Age Awakening as well. The Architect was one of these people also. Damn. Alright, can't wait for me to meet the guy. Well, if he's Tevinter, I'm probably gonna hate him. Alright, so there's a few little side missions around here, but it's gonna move forward because a lot of these side missions are pretty terrible in this game. So let's go towards the quest marker that says this way. Go to the Gull and Lantern to meet Fiona. We're meeting up with Fiona first. She was what seemed to be a friendly Grand Enchanter leader person. She's the one who invited us here. What is gonna go? What's gonna go down? The Forbidden Oasis. That's where we spend these shards in this temple to unlock the fire resistance, cold resistance, spirit resistance stuff.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition.
Hello. Thank you. Yes.
First Enchanter Vivienne?
My dear Fiona, it's been so long since we last spoke. You look dreadful. Are you sleeping well?
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
Bitch. So Vivienne is very... I don't know. She's very... Like, I don't... Very catty. Like, she's never direct. She's always slipping in the... I don't know, the comments. She's very backhanded bitchy, I think, but it's interesting. By the way, this game has 250 save limit, just so you know. Ah, thank you, Elvin. I did not know that. I will go and clean up some of the old saves at some point. And Vivienne, she's a bitch, yeah. But she's like a snobby bitch. Like it's weird, like it's different. What brought you to Redcliffe? You did, you Wally.
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
Okay, so something's going on. So she can't admit that out loud. That's very interesting. So she's not being a dick about it. I think she can't say it. Oh, snide. Yes, thank you, Jay. Snide. Vivienne is so snide. That's exactly it. Nailed it. Anyway, it's interesting having Vivienne around. Especially when you're used to hanging out with Sarah, because Sarah's so direct and blunt. It's great. Okay, so she can't admit to it. Must have been mistaken. She hasn't been to Val Royeaux. Interesting. So what angle is she needing to play here?
Well, that's very strange, because someone who looked exactly like you spoke to me in Val Royeaux.
Exactly like me? I suppose it could be magic at work, but why would anyone... Whoever or whatever brought you here? The situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
Fiona, dear, your dementia is showing.
An alliance with Tevinter? Do you not fear all of Thedas turning against you?
Andraste's ass. I'm trying to think of a single worse thing you could have done, and I've got nothing.
As one indentured to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
She's now indentured to an Magister, as in a slave of some kind. What the hell? What about the breach? Yeah.
What about the giant hole in the veil that's spewing demons everywhere? You're just going to pretend it isn't there?
I am not forgetting the breach, but we can only fight one war at a time. The Templar threat was immediate. If we live, we can worry about the torn veil.
Oh, hello.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
Is it now? So this is Captain Floggy Pants, is it? This is Alexis, the one in charge around here, who is a Tevinter. Interesting. We'll meet one of your favorite characters soon, hey? Well, that sounds fun. What are we going to... What else can I ask here? Let's negotiate. This is a long way from home. Let's be funny.
You're quite a long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am.
Alexius.
Though I have heard you are no Ferelden either. It seems we are both strangers here.
Yes, I hate Tevinter. Look at this guy. They're all dickheads. They're all evil people. Everyone we've encountered.
Send for a scribe, please. Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends.
Okay.
I'm not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious indeed.
Yes, he's definitely arrogant. Okay. I kind of want to be a smartass to him.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be.
Why is he walking weird? He's walking very weird. What happened?
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time.
His powders?
Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
What's wrong with you, Felix? What's going on there, bro?
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
How about now? He's pickpocketed. Oh no.
Chantry, you are in danger.
Reverse pickpocket, Vito. You're so close. He gave us a note. It is very mysterious.
We'll be careful, but we need to figure out what's going on here.
Ooh. Elvin, you hate Orlais, but even you like some stuff related to them. Orlais, I don't care. I'm not too worried about Orlais. The Orlesians sometimes sound a bit arrogant with their accent. But yeah, the Tevinter are the ones that bother me. They are absolutely just bad people. Everyone we've met from Tevinter has been a bad person. I'm sure there's good people in Tevinter too, but oh, I worry. Yeah, so Vito on the money. He didn't pickpocket us, but he instead slipped us a note telling us to get to the Chantry because we're in danger. Do we talk to this person?
We don't need your kind here. Your Inquisition's just Templars by another name.
Well, that is very interesting.
You'd rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition.
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
Their mages are pretty bad.
But don't Magisters summon demons and practice human sacrifice?
Human sacrifice.
Says whatever they think will scare us. What's wrong with blood magic? People don't like the idea of us controlling their thoughts, but they have no problem with us throwing fireballs in their wars. In Tevinter, the mages police themselves. It works.
It doesn't work. No one who polices themselves in any world, game world or real world, it never works. You want to see Tevinter in Dragon Age 4? I agree. I think that would be fascinating. Hopefully we get to see it, right? You think the guy who voices Alexius was the Viscount in the second game? Ah, okay, yep. Could well be.
Who are you?
Linnea. Just Linnea. Don't ask what Circle Tower I'm from, because we're done with that. We're all free mages now.
Interesting. They are really hating the circles.
I'm here because I believe mages deserve their freedom.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
So she didn't believe us, and Cassandra did not like what I said. Who the hell's Clemens?
Magister Alexius wishes only mages to remain in Redcliffe. He will approve of you. He does not approve of me. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
This guy's a tranquil, right? Judging by the way he speaks.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
Ooh, we are tranquil. He's obviously tranquil, but we're gonna act dumb for a second.
You're one of the tranquil.
Yes, my talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
Interesting.
How long have the Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him.
Really?
Even the Arl was sent away.
That's... Oh, see, I don't like Alexius. He's kicking everyone out who's not a mage.
Farewell, then.
Moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not? I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
Ah, yes! Come join the Inquisition. We will definitely take you in.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
You have some purpose. We have another agent. Welcome, Clements, to the Inquisition. Elvin, yes, I do have a dialogue mod on to help sort of highlight what the options are. I haven't played this game before, so I've never seen it without these mods. But yes, one of them I have installed is indeed a dialogue mod. Who the hell's Tulwyn?
Inquisition, huh? I wish to holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner. These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch.
Right.
You're not happy with this new alliance?
Something's not right about that lot. They're not like us. Magic or no, I'd rather count myself among decent folk than stand with magisters.
Ooh, interesting. So a lot of mages really hate Tevinter, even though the mages are wanting to be free and not ruled by the Circle or the Templars or the Chantry.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
And into the fire.
Who are you?
Name's Tulwyn. Formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hosberg. Lived my whole life there. Since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day. Quality education. A roof over my head. If you're not summoning demons, a mage tower's a fine place to be.
Okay, so he liked being in the tower.
If you were happy in the Circle, why are you here with the rebels?
We're all rebels now. The vote sorted that. The majority wanted to dissolve the circles. The rest of us went with them and were cut loose.
There are still some of us who are loyal in the Empress's court.
I figured I'm better off with my fellow mages than on my own.
Okay, I should go.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
Oh, but we're gonna ask some questions. So Vivian, who's in our party and a mage, she is also pro-circle. She believes that the mages need to be in circles where they can safely be watched over to study magic and be looked after. I don't necessarily disagree with that. The problem is, in the last couple of games, the circle has been too harsh. The Templars, controlled by the Chantry, have been too harsh on the mages and turned into giant dicks. More codex entries. Awesome. We're not reading them because we have better things to do. Get out of the way. That's been read. All right. Meet Felix at the Chantry. That's where we're going. After we've read every book we can come across for the free XP and building the collection. Let's do a save. I need to remember to go and delete some of the old saves at some point. Taking a bit longer to load than usual. More complex area.
And how much did you need?
Okay, over to the Chantry. Miss Cusi.
You're from the Inquisition. I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
Yeah.
Is that so hard to believe?
Everyone blames us. The Templars left the Chantry too. That's worse, isn't it? They took an oath. Yet everyone calls it the Mage Rebellion. We're the ones they hate. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves?
There are better ways than war to effect change.
I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter. That can't be the right way to end this.
I agree.
You don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's decision?
I was there when we voted to leave the Circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages. It's hard to believe she'd go behind our backs and sell us to the Magisters.
Interesting. Will she be controlled?
How long has Magister Alexius been here?
A day or two after. After the Conclave, he arrived. Come to save us from the wrath of the Templars, they said. But this doesn't feel like safety.
Yeah.
You seem young to be part of this.
I'm Lisas. I came into my magic when I was 9 years old. Templars came into the alienage and took me to the Circle. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not
Rude.
right. I studied hard. I passed my harrowing. I sing the chant. But I'll be locked up for the rest of my life.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
Yeah, so Grand Enchanter Fiona has given in or sold the mages out to the Magister Tevinter Alexius dude. That's interesting. I'm just going to talk to people on our way through because
May I help you?
typically that's what you should do.
Are you a Chantry sister?
A lay sister only. I work here to help the poor and extend the Maker's kindness to those who need it.
That's good.
It is very busy work, especially in these times, but let me know if I can ever help you.
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
Ooh. So, I didn't know this. So this is one of the random items we found out exploring the world. We found that, I think on a dead Templar, a letter from her. She was like dealing in, I'm guessing, dodgy lyrium or something. But yes, we choose Varric, right? We always go Varric when the option comes up. We can ask Cassandra, but always Varric. All right, duly noted. Thank you very much.
What kind of cut are they giving you? Have you got protection? I see a suspicious lack of guards. It looks to me like you've been cut loose. Maybe you should look for a new employer.
Are you serious? The high and mighty Inquisition needs smugglers? All right, I'm in. Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
Excellent. Welcome aboard. Cassandra didn't like it. Varric did. Yay, more agents equals more awesomeness and more power to us. Anything else we can talk about?
I look forward to helping the Inquisition, as per our agreement.
Very good. Oh, Cassandra, why you hate everything we do? It's got to be basic and lawful good. We are chaotic good. All right, into the Chantry. What is happening, Felix? Tell us, Felix, what is happening? Why? Hey, Cassandra can get over it. I agree. Felix, why did you slip us a note? We have a rift in here.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Yes, Mustache Man. We will help. We will slap some demons. Bring the noise. Let's put a... Nope, we're good for shieldage at the moment. All right, let's do our... There we go. Nice. Focus fire team. Oh, there's lots of noise on screen. Want to burn these dickheads here. Very good. Let's go inside them. Oh, lots of damage. Close the rift. Nailed it. That was easy. We're getting some good damage happening now. Some optimization of gear and talents.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly?
Point and glow.
You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Yes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Right.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Yes, okay. However, every Magister we've encountered so far has been a right fuckwad.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Oh, so he's a mage from Tevinter, but maybe not one of the dickish ones. Maybe. Let's see.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Right.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer, not for some time.
Right.
You must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note.
Yeah.
Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the Mage Rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
Interesting. We encountered a weird time distortion with one of the rifts outside Redcliffe, right? Oof.
I hope that's less dangerous than it sounds.
More?
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
Interesting.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Oh, Felix.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Done it to get to us. Wow, okay.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Ooh, yeah, because we still don't know what caused this in the first place, right?
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Yeah. So are you going to be, worried if maybe I have to take this bastard down, though?
Do you have any suggestions?
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage.
Yes.
I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch.
All right.
Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Okay, so that's a lot to take in. So there's definitely some weird shit going on here. The rifts seem to be having time effects. The mages are enslaved to Alexius, who has some sort of agenda or deal for these Venatori alt type dudes who seem to be obsessed with us, likely because we can affect rifts. Maybe they cause the rifts and we are a threat. Maybe it's because we're not a threat and they want to use our power to manipulate or control rifts. Who knows? Okay, so our next steps are to go back to the war room. Now, in the meantime, I realized I've been missing some chat. Sorry, I was focused on the dialogue. What's been going on over here? Time Flash Gaming, can someone help you figure out to start the Dragon Age game? There's so many games, you know, what holds up today's standards and what is essential to play. Basically, yes, what Jay said is you play Origins, then Awakening, then Dragon Age 2 and the DLCs, and then Inquisition. That's the basic order. There are certain mods you can get off of the Nexus, which will improve some of the visuals in the game. I have listed on my Twitch profile the mods I've used for Dragon Age 2 and for Dragon Age Inquisition. I haven't listed the mods I used for Dragon Age Awakening. Dragon Age Origins and Awakening. Maybe I need to do a list there, but I got some nice visuals happening there. Bit of dicking around though. But yeah, Anastasia's gone into more details. Origin and DLC and Witch Hunt, Awakening add-on, DA2. Or actually, potentially you could also do Witch Hunt after the Awakening add-ons and DLCs as well, which is what I actually did. But ultimately, it doesn't matter too much. Dragon Age lore is so tangled, it's infinitely better to play in order. Yes, you play the games in order, then you log into the Dragon Age Keep, which is a website you go into then you have to manually configure the world at play to import into Dragon Age Inquisition, because it doesn't import your saves from Dragon Age 2. It's really dumb and really annoying. So you do that. Now also, when you set your tapestry, you then have to find a button in the Dragon Age Keep to export so that it is ready for Dragon Age Inquisition to pull in. Because if you don't do that step, it will either not find your tapestry or your world state, or it might come up with a random one that you've tinkered with in the past, not knowing what you're doing, which is what happened to me. But I found it. I got it all imported. A lot of dicking about, but it is good. And Restream Bot's going ham. Yeah, sorry. Restream Bot is what I use, because I multi-stream to multiple platforms simultaneously. The Restream Bot is what sort of aggregates the chat together. It can look a little bit messy depending on which platform you are, what you're on. You missed Dorian's. We haven't had. Oh yes, that was Dorian there, wasn't it? Yes. We did have his entrance. He has the fancy moustache and he seems like a nice dude so far. So we'll see what that plans out to be like. And in Dragon Age 2, maybe they had Elthir on their side, but how are there no priests to snitch to Alexis or something? There's a default world state, but kind of boring. Yes, there is a default state if you don't import it. Or do what you would do, Vito, and say, screw that headache and just play without doing any of that. Yes. Yes. Look, the good thing is you definitely can just jump into Inquisition. You can just jump in and play. You don't have to play all the old games. You don't have to set up the Dragon Age Keep. And you'll still have a good time. You'll still have a rich game. You'll still have a good story. And you'll still learn about some of the previous events. But because we've been playing through the whole thing for streaming purposes, I have gone to all this extra effort. But if you are interested and willing to put in the effort in, I do recommend trying to play through all the games. There's going to be clunkiness and things you hate about each game along the way, but there's some really good stories there. Even Dragon Age 2, which was a little bit rushed and a lot of people hate it, the gameplay is a little bit boring, but the story is still very good.
Well, the malcontents pledged themselves to Tevinter and joined a cult. I can hardly wait to see what comes next.
Yeah, I saw something like this back in Kirkwall. It may end with someone turning into a monster made of corpses.
Ah, yes, we did have to do that too. We had to fight the other Grand Enchanter or whatever who turned into some horrible beast thing. And Vito, you play warriors anyway, so it's all hack and slash to you. Yep, you can go and slap around all the mages or Templars or whoever. They're all the same. Look, there's a lot of good class diversity in these games, although less so in Dragon Age 2. Alright, back to Haven we go. We've got to look at this on the war table in the war room to see what our next play is with the mages and this Alexius guy. Did he alter time and thus Fiona never actually met us in Val Royeaux? Or is she just playing along to sort of keep herself safe and not alert Alexius to what she's been doing to trying to help us? Interesting. Elven at heart, this series is not nice to warriors in general. Sadly, mages always are OP and the rogue is god tier if well geared, but warriors are meh. That's true, the warriors often can be fairly tough, but these games don't have very good class balancing. So rogues, typically dual-handed rogues, dual-wielding rogues who flank and backstab, so they're not facing them head-on. They're facing a tank and they're backstabbing it inside. Especially in Dragon Age Origins, they pump out a lot of damage. Mages pump out a lot of damage. In Inquisition, I'm using all of our warriors. I'm setting them all up to be tanks, so that to protect the party, so everyone else can do all the damage. But there are still some damage builds you can do. I really like the idea of the Reavers. They're kind of cool, where they sort of use their own life force and sort of high risk, high reward warrior fight style. That's pretty cool as well. Elven, and that's one reason you don't play it. Yeah, fair enough. No worries, Vito. That's a fair comment too. Elven Champion is OP in Inquisition though. Oh, okay. So Champion, yes, that's one of the builds for warriors in this game. I have read that that's very good. I know Knight Enchanter mages used to be really OP, but they got a bit more balance to them now. And Anastasia, since mages can attack at ridiculous distance now, even a clumsy casual can smash anyone, especially with no friendly fire. So one of the challenges with playing a mage in Dragon Age Origins is there was friendly fire. You did a big thunderstorm spell, well, you hit your own party as well. But I played a blood mage, and the blood magic only hit your enemies, so that was a nifty tip. But in Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition, there is no friendly fire. Well, you can elect to not have friendly fire. That makes it a lot easier, a lot less frustrating. All right, War Party, War Council. We have to go, in Hushed Whispers or Champions of the Just. So this is the decision point I believe we have to make. We've collected enough points. In fact, I've got 81 points, so I can do any mission that we want. We go in Hushed Whispers to go and meet with the mages as we started, or we could go and meet with the Templars that also stormed out and caused a big scene in Val Royeaux. You have to pick one or the other. You are either somewhat teaming up with them, I think, but you can only pick one. Obviously, we're going to go with the mages, but first we're going to collect our coin that we've sent. There we go. Let's go send Josephine's agents on giving us some more money. But this is what we're going to do. In Hushed Whispers, we're going to continue this with the mages. Elvin, you dislike Warrior and Inquisition because there are many enemies that attack from a distance. Yeah, being ranged definitely helps. But you can also tank quite well. Like, tanks in Inquisition are very effective. So you can play a really effective warrior tank if you wanted to, and just have your party being all ranged DPS doers as well. That totally works. Always mages, hey Jay, but you will say Templar Quest is really cool and worth a play at some stage. Alright, duly noted. But we're continuing on the mage path. Alright. Note, in choosing the mages will make it impossible to work with the Templars. That's fine. Redcliffe Castle and the mages who could close the breach are under control of Magister Geryon Alexius, a venatory cultist with an unhealthy interest in Adar and the power to reorder time itself. He has kindly invited Adar into the castle alone to negotiate. Alone? Let me bring my entourage in at least. Come on. It's an obvious trap, but Liliana and her agents can infiltrate the castle and remove the Venatori threat, whilst Alexius's attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best chance. Alright, well that's what we're doing.
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
Agreed.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
I agree.
Isn't that kind of him? What does Alexius say about me?
He's so complimentary that we are certain he wants to kill you.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister
has outplayed us.
Ooh, so Cullen is not up for it at all. Okay, I don't know what that book symbol means.
The Magister's son, Felix, told me Alexius is in a cult that's obsessed with me. I doubt they'll graciously receive our apologies and go about their business.
They will remain a threat, and a powerful one, unless we act.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Oh, Arl. Can we contact the Arl?
Where's the Arl of Redcliffe? I'm sure he'd help us get his castle back.
After he was displaced, Arl Tegan rode straight for Dunrim to petition the Crown for help. I doubt he'll want our assistance once the Ferelden army lays siege to his castle.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
Keep attention on Adar, while we disable the Magister's defenses. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
Yay!
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
And he's got a naked
Spies will
shoulder.
never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
No, that's fine. We can play the bait, especially because the secret tunnel that Liliana is referring to is actually also a secret entrance we use in Dragon Age Origins, so that's a kind of cool throwback. Danny, you went the mages and imprisoned them. Anastasia, replayability. Yes. Jay, you went mages and total opposite to Frosty. And Elvin, you hate Cullen. How is the Inquisition Orlesian? It should be both, right? I mean, Josephine is Orlesian, but I think Liliana is also... She's Orlesian background as well. That's why she's got a slight accent. I think. So it's 2 out of 3 of our advisors are Orlesian. The Crown knowledge is the politics perk. That's why we had that option. All right, duly noted. You love most of the characters for different reasons. Yeah, they're all pretty awesome. Okay, so we are going to pursue this. We're going to be bait. We're going to be a distraction or have the attention of the cultists or the mages or at least the leader, Alexius, whilst Liliana and her agents slip in through the dark tunnel, the secret tunnel into the castle. Let's see what happens. That's what we're doing. So we don't get to go in without. Oh, we do get to go in with our chums. Oh, and we must take Dorian. All right, Dorian is with us. Varric is coming, and then I think we bring Cassandra because she's our best tank and gives some good commentary, even though she seems to dislike a lot of our decisions. Need to level up Dorian then. God damn it. We get to make a grand entrance. We insult Alexius. Nice hat.
Announce us.
The invitation was for Mistress Adar alone. The others will remain here.
And who are you, blondie man? By the way, Cassandra, I've got wearing some pretty pimp armor. I got her wearing some, I think, purple grade armor. It's pretty sweet.
They have to accompany me. You wouldn't deprive me of my attachés, would you?
No, they look pretty armed, he says. They are. He's gonna let him in. Very good. Where's Dorian? He's just gonna show up, is he? In here before?
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
Dorian's laying low.
My
Very
friend,
good.
It's so good to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Yeah.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
Dunno. Kinda want to keep being a smartass.
Of course she trusts you, Alexius. I'm sure lots of people put their lives in your hands. You have one of those faces.
That I want to punch.
Magisterium tells me that so often. Shall we begin our talks?
Yeah. Yes, we should. You gonna stop posing and...
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
How about you get to help save the world and not die in this corrupted world? You wouldn't deny an old man his staff, would you? Oh, Gandalf. Such a Gandalf move. I love it. Wouldn't deny Kunari Mage her warrior and rogue entourage, would you? Nothing. Tell me about the Venatori. Ooh, let's not be confrontational. Not yet.
I'd much rather discuss your time magic.
I'm afraid I have no idea what you mean.
She knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
Don't blame Felix. He's being a good Samaritan. Your trap has already failed. He's concerned. Nope. Why are you really here?
You wanted me here. Why?
Do you know what you are? You
Maze
walk into my
balls.
stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control. You're nothing but a mistake.
Rude. This mistake gonna slap you around, though.
What do you know about the Divine's death?
It was the Elder One's moment, and you were unworthy even to stand in his presence.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Yes.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down.
Dorian's growing on me.
The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
The Elder One. Ooh, is this going to be a, I think I actually know who he might be referring to. I think I may have read a small spoiler for myself that I'm not going to mention here. But is he referring to potentially an Elder One, so another ancient Tevinter or something? Like we've... Oh, here we go, we can just ask.
That's who you serve? The one who killed the Divine? Is he a mage?
Soon he will become a god. He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
God in the background.
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No, it's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Oh, what's he
got? Venatori. The Elder One demands this woman's life.
More guards dropping.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
Oh, is that right? What is that? That's one, Dorian. I don't know what you just did, though. This can't be good. Dorian, what did you do?
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Find out what happened. I am going to assume some kind of time warp thing happened, because that's the most logical, cool thing that could have happened. Alright, so I'm teamed up with Dorian, who is a mage who needs to have some points spent. Nope, I cannot toggle to Dorian.
Placement. Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when.
Ah, yes, I'm so smart.
Use the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
Yes, but forwards or backwards. You can't get back to this area level after you clear it, so if you want the lore tidbits, make sure you explore. Okay, duly noted, thank you, Jay. Give Dorian some gear, yes, and I need to give him some skill points as well. First, let's find out more.
Did we go forward in time or back, and how far?
That's my question.
Those are excellent questions. We'll have to find out, won't we? Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
I was going to say, he's just excited by it. I'm like, dude, come on, we need to actually get back to our right place. Okay.
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I counted it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Makes sense?
Okay, very good, Dorian.
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
Right, so it's just Dorian and us.
Alexius mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful. Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
Alrighty.
And what happens if we can't get back?
Then we get comfortable in our new present.
Okay, not particularly inspiring there. We picked up a key, grabbed some more loots and stuff. Anything else? Check that. Alright, Dorian, bro. Let me do some spells for you. Where is Spirit? Always I want to put Barrier on. Pause. Yep, we'll do that one as well. Because barrier is very useful for mages to cast. Since we only have limited number of heals in the form of potions, your defenses are then drawn to using shields and barriers and guards. So barriers from mages, guards from warriors. That's how you negate taking too much damage, because you can only use a health potion a limited number of times until you can reach a camp. More each time. Okay, cool. Now let's put an upgrade on there and a peaceful aura on so he doesn't get attacked. Okay, so storm, frost, or fire. I have Vivian doing frost currently, myself doing fire, and Solas doing frost. So I could get him to do anything, I suppose. Maybe I get him to do fire because I don't have any other mages doing fire. Traditionally, he's a fire necro build. Excellent. Then we'll do some fire points for now. Thank you, Jay. Because I haven't unlocked any other specializations yet for our team members yet. All right, so flash fire. Oh, it sends them fleeing in panic. That sounds fun. And immolate and flashpoint. And passives. We always like passives, especially for AI. Sounds good. Let's leave him at that for now. That's enough for now. I'll save some points for when we finally get specializations unlocked. Now this is the stuff I usually try and do in between streams because it can be quite a drainer trying to equip gear for everyone. Enchanter coat. There you go. Slap that on. That'll do for now. Well, I can put some heavy or legion armor on him. That boosts his cunning. No, let's leave it like that for the moment. Weapons. Staves. What staves can we throw on you? Keep a lightning staff. That looks pretty good. I can't do any gear customization in terms of upgrades because we need to be at the smithy dudes for that. And Elvin, you just remember the DLC in this game has dang hard fights even on normal fights. Okay, well, we're not tackling the DLC for a while, so I'm hoping that's not going to bite us in the ass just yet. Yeah. Fire resistance, that'll do. What rings can we throw on you? Firestorm. I haven't given him Firestorm. And Immolate. He does have Immolate, but he will get Firestorm eventually. And he can just use this shitty Amulet of Constitution. Alright, he's geared up as he's going to be for now. Let us save game. Let's see what the hell's going on here. Keep exploring, pick up all the codexes along the way. Did we not loot this already? Yes, we did. Alright. Better optimize before starting the DLCs? Don't worry, we definitely will do that. Thank you for the warning and the heads up. Really appreciate it. Fortunately, we've got some time. I'm hoping by the time we get up to doing the DLCs, we'll be quite well geared. What are these things all protruding through? They don't look good. It's an alternate future?
Alexius has made a dreadful mess of this place, hasn't he?
Yes, he
I didn't see
has.
this part of the castle.
It was covered in the tackiest carvings of wolves and dogs I'd ever seen. This is not an improvement.
This is not an improvement. Although Dorian is from a sort of slightly snobby background, he does seem like a nice guy. He's growing on me. Dorian's growing on me. Vanilla end game boss is easy in comparison. Alright, cool. Good to know. Yeah, one of the DLCs, the Legacy DLC we did in Dragon Age 2 was ridiculous. That boss fight was crazy stupid. It was insane. And really didn't play well with the AI mechanics in the game. I had to really micromanage the shit out of the AI in order to succeed. And that was on normal difficulty as well. Bit of a cheap, cheesy game design, I reckon. Fail, I reckon. We keep grabbing all the stuff we come across. Righty. that is. We go. Oh, and I've completed enough salvage requisition now. Time to fight some stuff. What are you? A Venatori Zealot. We like taking down zealots. No matter which game or which cult they are from. Oh, slap you down. Boom, get out of here, dickhead. Oh, he's running away. Ah, that's because one of Dorian's spells does that, right? One I just gave him that fire, searing pain thing or whatever. Dorian, we need to do more barriers. Because you're already at half health. Then have Cassandra. Normally I have Cassandra configured to guard me and protect us. Varric. Dude.
Andraste Sacred Knickers. You're alive.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Where were you? How did you escape?
We didn't escape. Alexius sent us into the future.
It is the future.
Everything that happens to you is weird.
Tell me about it.
You don't look so good, Varric. What happened?
Bite your tongue. I look damn good for a dead man.
You're no more dead than we are.
The not dying version of this red lyrium stuff? Way worse. Just saying.
We get to Alexius, and I just might be able to send us back to our own time. Simple, really.
That may not be as easy as you think. Alexius is just a servant. His Elder One assassinated the Empress and led a demon army in a huge invasion of the South.
Right.
The Elder One rules everything. What's left of it, anyway. Alexius is really not the one you need to worry about.
How long did we travel into the future? Because, damn. Yeah, if Varric just accepts it. Yeah, filtered voice modulator Varric sounds definitely different. It's the red lyrium. It's making him sound slightly like a Gould. Alright, we will sort this out.
Then I look forward to meeting Alexius as master.
Be careful what you wish for. You want to take on Alexius? I'm in. Let's go.
Okay, Varric, what gear do you have? Do you still have the gear that I had you geared up for previously? Oh yeah, looks like it. Alright, cool. Yep, he's wearing his Dwarven Carter gear that I gave him. That's fine. Let's get out of here. Cells. The other thing was there, because we came. Look out! Look out! We came down some stairs. Was there another set of stairs on the other side to check out? Yes, there is. Might there be a Cassandra to meet over here? Let us see. Nope, nope, there isn't. Oh, this is a dungeon. No one here to be found. Just some random loot. Alright. Go down this side. More cells. How many cells does this place want to have? Oh, Fiona! Okay, what's going on with you, miss?
You're alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
You think Varric looks bad? Just wait. Oh, that's a bad omen. Thanks, Elvin.
Fiona, is that really you?
What's left of me?
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mia. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
Okay, 1 year forward. Right.
I must have missed out on a lot during that year.
You must beware. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
Is that so?
I promise I will do everything in my power to set things right.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Good.
I said, maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
You must try. Your spy master, Liliana. She is here. Find her. Quickly. Before the Elder One learns you're here.
Find Liliana, find out what happened, okay? We'll,
If red lyrium is an infection, Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
Are you sure you want to find out?
So one thing the Inquisition got right, it doesn't take long for the world to go to shit. Yeah. This is very much tits up. And there's lower cells all over the place. Find what happened. Find Liliana. Nothing here. They got me running around like a doofus.
The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water.
Cassandra, you are now extremely creepy.
You've returned to us. Can it be? Has Andraste given us another chance? Maker, forgive me. I failed you. I failed everyone. The end must truly be upon us if the dead return to life.
Relax, we're not dead.
I'm not back from the dead, Cassandra. I just got... Well, this is hard to explain.
I was there. The Magister obliterated you with a gesture.
Alexius sent us forward in time. If we find him, we may be able to return to the present.
Go back in time? Then, can you make it so that none of this ever took place?
That's my intention.
If Dorian is right and can actually reverse the spell, then yes.
None of this will happen. Andraste, please let that be true.
Okay, so Cassandra's
Alexius
back.
locked himself in the throne room. That is where we'll find him.
Alright, well, I look forward to dealing with that. Still gotta find Liliana. Gotta not lose track of where we've been. Upper cells. How many more places are there to go to? Have we already been? Oh no. Where is this? That's where there was a bridge we needed to get to. Can we operate that bridge to get there? Sparkle Sauce, there's been a thorough discussion in the mustache on the mustache that guy is trying to rock. Oh, there you go. The bridge has come down. Oh, pay attention, Shade. All right, burn some shit. Yes. Let's put some shields on stuff. Yes. Oh, we've got Cassandra back too, so she's now putting guard on all of us, which is awesome. Let us... Oh, I cast this spell too early because we run too slow. Never mind. Fire for all you chumps. Knock him down. Boom, boom. Excellent.
Andraste, have mercy on their souls.
Well, the gang's all back together. What could go wrong now?
Well, what about this red lyrium corruption on you guys? Is that going to have some kind of effect? Because I'm worried you're going to turn on me or stab me in the back or do something weird. The sastache. Jay, I love it. The sastache. Dorian doesn't have a mustache. He has a sastache. Dorian oozes the stash, and she sass. And the sass. So it only seems natural. I love it. That is a sass stash indeed, if there ever was one. Okay, you're now in the guard barracks. A lot of old dead bodies.
Look around. See if there's anything we can use.
We got a prayer to the new god. Praise his name who has been risen from the darkness. Praise whose name who has striven for the light. Praise his name who has walked in the golden city. So, praise his name. So, that's implying that whoever this new god is, this person, is one of those original Tevinter mages that made it into the golden city in the Fade, who was then cast out, corrupted, and twisted back to the real world. And that was one of the first, you know, the original mages that were the first Darkspawn. The old gods are no more. The Maker never was. The new god is among us. Praise his name. Well, the Maker never was. I kind of agree with that bit. The Maker never does anything, yet everyone seems to worship this bastard. But the old gods are sleeping, and they're like buried all over the place. I don't remember how they got there, whether they were put there or they just went there on their own. But the Darkspawn seek them out and then corrupt them, turning them to an archdemon, which then forms a blight. Now that's what happened with the lead up into Dragon Age Origins. That's what Dragon Age Origins was all about. That's also what was trying to happen, or we learned more about how that works in Dragon Age Awakening, which is where we encountered one of these Tevinter mages, or corrupted Tevinter mages. God, you're gonna love the lore of this game, yeah. Well, I like to think I'm relatively well studied on the lore for this, but wait till we play something like Skyrim, where I'm also quite well versed in the lore. And I've been trying to study up and learn on more of the Witcher lore for when we play through that trilogy soon as well. But yes, I love the lore and the connectivity of these universes. And sometimes you don't necessarily understand these things when you play through the game because it's hard to take it all in. Because it's usually scattered to you amongst books and readings and stories. And like, okay, cool, and you're just too busy playing the game, or you're not focused on reading all the random little books and stuff. There's a lot of really good YouTube channels out there that help you learn this stuff, which is what I tend to do. I tend to study and listen to those because I find it fascinating. But there's no way I'm reading the books in all of these games. Even Skyrim, I don't read the books in there because there's just too many of them, and you then need to interpret them. But yeah, YouTube has the answers. Wasn't there two? So in Dragon Age 2, we learn of, or did we fight Corypheus? Corypheus was something we encountered in the Legacy DLC. And Corypheus was potentially a slumbering force that was corrupting the whole city of Kirkwall. And Corypheus is what our father, you know, Hawke's dad as a mage, his legacy or his past is he worked with, I don't remember if it was mages or the wardens, to imprison Corypheus. And then effectively he was being broken out and we had to fight him. I think it's Corypheus we fought, isn't it? So he's potentially another one of the things. So there was the architect who we teamed up with in Awakening. You can fight against, but we teamed up with him because he seemed to be trying to do good things. So he was one such mage, but didn't seem to be a bad guy necessarily. Corypheus, definitely a bad guy. This person is either one of those two or another one altogether, and also seems to be a bad guy. And Vito, look at Mass Effect lore. It's split between online graphic novels, comics, and the game. Yes, I'll need to check out the comics. I reckon that would be pretty interesting. There's also an animated movie as well, which I need to check out. I don't know if it's any good, but there's a short animated movie that is something to do with Mass Effect that I need to have a look at also. And Frosty, you always start out with every intention of this time reading every book, note, letter, extra. However, it lasts as long as you always end up just wanting to keep playing. And that's the problem. I mean, the lore in these games is fantastic, but there's so much reading and it's hard to understand the context of what you're reading because often it's very abstract, right? So therefore you get bored of reading and you just want to carry on. But this is where a lot of the YouTube lore channels are awesome because they present them in meaningful ways for you in small chunks. They read it, they understand it, they interpret it, and they can teach you some of the stuff. When we play through Skyrim, I will talk through as much of the lore as I can when we get up to bits, like I've been trying to do here, hopefully a bit more succinctly. Hopefully I get a little bit better at articulating it, and I'll do the same with the Witcher series as well. But I'm still trying to study up on the Witcher. I still need to do a bit more learning on the Witcher, because the Witcher is going to be the next big set of games that we play on this channel. Dragon Age, Anastasia, Dragon Age has some good lore in the books, but they are so inexpertly written. Yeah. Except for Tevinter Nights, an animated movie Cassandra is good. Oh, that's interesting. And Jay enjoyed some of the books. Yeah, fair enough.
The Elder One has taken all that is his and will soon rule from his city.
That still doesn't make him a god.
Oh! There is no god but the Elder One. The Maker is dead. Say it.
Never. I'll die a good Andrastian before living a second as one of you.
No, don't torture. Oh, don't hurt Liliana. I probably shouldn't have waited. Oh, we're gonna slap these dickheads. Liliana, are you okay? We love Liliana. Oh, there's someone outside. Where did they come from? There we go. Slap him down with a magic spirit sword.
This long. For a woman.
Is this not Liliana? Is it someone else? Okay, it's not Liliana. Okay, it sounded like Liliana, but it is not. Okay. Take all of that stuff. Feel bad that that person died or whatever. I need to find Liliana.
How did the Canary learn of the sacrifice at the temple? Speak!
Never.
This sounds like...
No use to this defiance, little bird. There's no one left for you to protect.
You're wasting your breath.
Talk! The Elder One demands answers.
Leave her alone. Yeah, stab him.
Will break.
I will die first.
He does not look well.
Or you will.
That's one, Liliana. Yes! She's still a badass, despite being tortured and... corrupted? Ugh. We really need to undo this timeline. Poor Liliana. Damn, what have you endured?
Well, that was impressive.
Anger is stronger than any pain. Do you have weapons?
Yes.
Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
You aren't curious how we got here?
No.
No, just go fuck him up. That's all I care about.
Sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
I'm so sorry for everything you suffered.
We have to reverse his spell. If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
Valid point. Valid point. Yeah, she's zombified. Ugh. But she still seems...
While we were away.
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
Ooh, okay, she's a little bit changed. She's still on the side of good, but she's not wasting time. Reload yet again. No, this is part of the story. There's no way to change this. Sparkle Sauce, this is meant to be. Anastasia, ever thought of romancing Liliana? Not over those hit moves, eh? Well, some people would pay extra for those hit moves. But Liliana, I actually romanced when I first played this game back when it first came out. I played this originally. I think Dragon Age Origins came out in 2009? I think I played it in like 2010 or 2011. Anyway, I romanced Liliana back then, and yeah, Liliana is awesome. I love her, and especially, you know, the whole song and singing that she does in Dragon Age Origins. Awesome. If you haven't seen that, look it up on YouTube. Find my video where it happens as well. Amazing. So good. From what you know, there are some theories online that she is not human, but the game does not give enough answers. Ooh, interesting. Oh, that's right. You can also have to fight her and kill her in the Temple of Sacred Ashes in Origins if you choose to corrupt Andraste's ashes, right? Liliana turns on you if she's in your party. But I didn't do that either. So no, still friends with Liliana. There's no way I could ever turn on Liliana. She's such a sweetie. She's so awesome. Yes, I still wonder if I should have romanced Liliana in our playthrough of Origins, because she's a much better romance than Morrigan. Morrigan is fucked up and not a good person in general. But I wanted to do creating the old god with her, doing her ritual at the end to save us, which you don't have to be in a relationship with Morrigan to do. You can just sleep with her to make that happen. But it felt more complete to also do the relationship with Morrigan, because then in Witch Hunt we also ran off with her through the Alluvian, so it sort of completed that whole arc. But Liliana is awesome. Love Liliana. One of my favorite characters. Did you do the foursome with Isabella, Alistair, Liliana? No, in fact, Isabella, we didn't end up getting that far with Isabella. Turned on us in Dragon Age 2. She ran away. Yeah, she did not come back, so she abandoned Hawk at the end of Act 2 with all the dramas that she had caused. Or are you talking about Isabel? Well, you meet Isabel, but you don't do much with Isabel. Oh, that's right. So, what Jay's referring to is you actually meet Isabella in one of the taverns in Dragon Age Origins. She teaches you the duelist specialization, I think. But if you play your cards right, you can have a bit of a big night with her where you actually have some kind of foursome hookup scenario with you, Alistair, Liliana, and Isabella in the tavern somehow. I have not done that. I've only read about it. Yes, that sounds hilarious, but no, never done that. Or you can have a threesome or foursome depending on your relationships. Yeah. No, I forgot about that. I've never actually completed that. I've only heard about that in articles I've read and in YouTube videos that I've seen people talk about. So yeah, sorry, missed out on that whole opportunity there. Elvin actually kind of disagree. Morrigan is more human than Liliana because she tried to endure what her mother taught her, and what she does in Origins is only to survive. But Liliana is pretty much always playing on people's emotions. That's a fair point. She is always playing a game of some kind, because that's also what she learnt from her ex-relationship with Marjolaine, right? So she's kind of jaded and scarred, so she's always playing a game. But she does seem to genuinely care as well, whereas Morrigan is a lot colder, and yes, she's trying to survive, but she's still more out for herself. She's not as compassionate. I still think Liliana is more compassionate. And Liliana in Dragon Age Inquisition is more fucked up than Morrigan's in Dragon Age 1, you reckon? Okay, well, we've only had small exposures to Liliana so far. She's definitely more calculated, but I thought she still seemed pretty well compassionate, but maybe not. I guess we'll see. Humans are assholes. Yes, they are. They are especially in the Dragon Age series, especially when it comes to other races. And especially in the world of The Witcher as well. Man, humans suck in that world big time. Makes me ashamed to be one sometimes. But we're Kunari, so that's fine, right? The BioWare writers, yes, they do a very good job. They're very good at evoking emotion. The very first game I ever played to get emotion evoked out of me was playing Mass Effect 1. Back in like 2010 or whenever it was I played that.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
All right, let's fuck up this rift then. But yeah, the writers at BioWare, very good. Even Dragon Age 2, which is not the best game to play in terms of gameplay, still had good writing and great characters. Really got to hand them to that. And yeah, their first real in-depth go at this, I guess, was the KOTOR series, or Knights of the Old Republic, but Mass Effect, the first one, came out in 2007. I didn't play it until 2009 or 2010. I think Mass Effect 2 came out, and that's what prompted me to play both of them. And the writing in that was so good. It evoked emotional responses in me. I was very impressed. Like, I reacted and made rash decisions based on the stupid council not listening to us and being dicks. They very much motivated some of my decisions that happened against them. Jay, you broke your controller when Alistair dumped you in Dragon Age Origins the first time you played because he was an elf mage. Oh, I didn't know that could happen. He was more pissed than some real breakups. Oh, damn. Oh, I didn't know he did that. I know you can romance him, but I didn't know he dumped you if you're an elf. Oh, rough. Come on, Alistair. We thought you were as a good guy. You can only marry him as a Koosland. That's right. So, if you want to marry Alistair towards the end of the game, you have to play a human noble. Must be a noble. And you must be female. And you have to make him king. Good point. Okay, we're in the docks. We're making our way up to Alexius's throne room.
The Magister needs more power for his rituals.
No! Don't hurt me, Linnea.
Oops, I stepped forward and cut off the dialogue. Did she do it? Did she kill him?
This is madness. Alexius can't have wanted this.
I don't know. He seems to be the cause of this. Her caste systems, yes. Well, that's one thing that shits me about the dwarves, right? I mean, you complain about Alistair and the whole caste system. You know, nobles and, you know, commoners and stuff. It's even worse with the dwarves, man. The societal rifts with all the castes there, that was hard to work through, especially the casteless and the lower caste based just purely of your birth, your bloodline, nothing to do with yourself or what you've done. You're just born into a caste and you can rank up in the caste based on who you marry and your offspring. Oh, messed up. Morrigan can have, what, 3 fathers for her child? Choose at will. Yes, so the first time I played it, I made Alistair do it with her. Which is hilarious because they hate each other. But then when we played it on stream, yeah, we hooked up. We played the role.
The breach, it's...
everywhere.
Ooh.
Used to be, it was only dwarves who were afraid of the sky. Now, it's just good sense.
Right, so in our absence for a year, the Inquisition not being here, the breach has now taken up the whole sky. I think the whole planes have been befuddled. Who are these dickheads? Whoop. Wait for the next wave. And Elvin, in your first Origins play, you had to exile Alistair because you didn't know you could only choose one other warden, and you wanted Loghain. Oh, yes. Yes, you must pick one or the other. And if you want Alistair to be king, you have to execute Loghain, not get Alistair to do it for you. Because otherwise Honora cannot bear to marry Alistair. Your first Warden playthrough was Elf Circle Mage. Mine was the same, but I romanced Liliana instead of Alistair. Made him kind, didn't harden him. His character asked quest with his sister, then he dumped your ass when you died fighting. That's right, I forgot. Dragon Age Origins also has hardening events. So in Mass Effect, we talk about loyalty missions, which is very straightforward. But in Dragon Age Origins, there's certain things of hardening you have to do for certain events to happen. No one dies necessarily like they can with Mass Effect 2 or 3, but it's more abstract. It's less obvious, this whole hardening thing. I just fluked it with Alistair by taking him to his sister and doing all the side quests anyway. And there's rifts everywhere here. Come on, team. Down. Let's disrupt this rift. Can we do it? If we get closer. There we go. Hit the button. Hopefully we don't get nudged. We got nudged. So annoying. Boom! Dragon Age Inquisition has quests like that as well, right? I think each companion has their own loyalty quests or something. Is that right? So we need to try and do all of those in the playthrough? It's a lot more straightforward, right? At least it's a loyalty mission with enough likingness rather than some weird hardening event that you can either miss or fail. Bust through here. The Upper Royal Wing, which looks like it's been just stowed away and neglected.
I am not a child. I can resist you.
Oh, is that Connor? Bust in, save the day. There is no one here. Okay, so they're not in here, wherever that was coming from. Alexius's journal. This appears to be Alexius's journal. This is the final entry. Nothing works. I have tried countless times to go back before the Conclave explosion, before Felix's caravan was attacked by Darkspawn, before the Venatori first arrived in Minrathos. Without success. The breach is the wellspring that makes this magic possible, and travel outside of its timeline is impossible. The Elder One's demand that I change the events of the Conclave can never be fulfilled. He may kill me for failing him, but I must protect Felix from his wrath. So Alexius, although being a dick who did all of this, is actually not fully in league with his special god man? Because he wants to protect his son Felix. Interesting. He threw himself in the fire. He threw himself in here. Is that what you're saying, Anastasia? Oh, it's a known bug. You can't see Connor here, but he did. Right. Well, that's disappointing. So he was in here and threw himself in the fire. Thank you for clarifying. No! Oh, here it is here.
How can those bastards want a world like this?
They want it to be just like the world of old Tevinter. Comforting, isn't it? He resisted that demon to the last.
Yeah, so I went through the wrong door, basically. Tevinter love now? Definitely not. Fuck Tevinter. I already hate Tevinter. Every time we encounter anything to do with the Tevinter, I hate it. Spellbinders Journal. Let's read this one. I don't normally read all the books, but this seems relevant to what's going on here. With every failed time spell, the Magister grows a bit more paranoid. Or perhaps it's not paranoia, since the Elder One really will kill him for his failures. The distinction hardly matters. After the 10th failure, he began locking himself in the Great Hall during his waking hours. After the 20th, he had the foot soldiers excavate a shard doorway from parts unknown and painstakingly install it in the castle. Now his most trusted assistants can only see him if we all go at once, together, which we must do twice a day to bring him his meals, as he never leaves that room at all. That's interesting. So Alexius is in real strife now. Better do a save. This rabbit hole keeps going deeper and deeper. We're going the right way. Nope, this is where we came from. Continue through the gruesome, messed up castle. Can we open this door? Yes, we can. No more lore or quest tidbits to discover in here. Oh, that's dead skeletons sitting on the wood. Supply cache.
What became of Felix? Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Oh, well, that's ominous. Thanks, Liliana. Not helpful. Grab whatever that is. Bust in the door. It's definitely busted up. So I wonder if, at this point, the breach and everything is as bad as it can get, or it's just worse, and it still could get further worse to rip the worlds apart. I don't know. It's pretty bad, though. This whole place pretty bad. Oi, come here. Fight me! Enemies! Yes, we are! Oh, that looks like a Spellbinder. Spellbinders are always dangerous. Any kind of magic doer, always dangerous. Though, Emissaries was our ultimate nemesis in Dragon Age Origins. And then just any spellcaster in these other games. Next wave, we're going to close this rift. Yes, we shall. Oh, let's do a big fire for all of you. Yes, suck on that. Teleport inside him. There we go. Close the rift. You suggest to save the potion stands for later. Yes, now that I've figured out, Elvin, that those supply caches are potion refillers, effectively, I will do that. I'll also drink a couple.
This is the way to the main hall.
If we need
Alexius
to.
will likely be there.
Before using them.
What in Andraste's name is that? Hold on to it. I want to look at it later.
It's red lyrium. Ask Varric what it's all about. Careful, Dorian. It's dangerous stuff. Let's talk about it. He also had to deal with it. Does this lead anywhere useful? Oh, it does go out. Want to explore?
What did Alexius' spell do?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
Right. Yeah, well, this is still pretty messed up here. Oh, that's a lot. Schematic. We got a schematic, a Masterworks wave blade. I don't know what that is, but we might build one. Well, no one usually uses blades except for Cassandra and Blackwall. Our rogues use bows. Now, Varric, can you open this door? Vito, you gotta drop off. No worries. Thanks for coming along, dude. We will continue the rest of this quest. Hopefully we can do it before the end of stream. But hope you have a good night at work or whatever you've got on. Appreciate your you coming along, man. Okay, let us... That... Really are running all over the place here, aren't we? None of these really, guess we keep exploring. This is just taking us further up.
We could take them by surprise.
Get that enchanter!
Take them by surprise, or we can fight them all now. What else we got? More Venatori. So there's lots of these Venatori culty people here.
May Andraste have mercy on your souls. No one else will.
Sandra's on low health. And now she drank a potion, so she's good. Okay, grab this. Got this whole area. Eric, open this up. Blade is the end of the staff. It adds stats to your weapon. Ah, right. So the schematic we picked up is for making a staff enhancement. That's cool. That is very useful. Thank you for the heads up on that. I will definitely investigate that. All right, we've got a wall that we can bash down with a warrior. So get our warrior. Go, Cassandra. Kick it. Nice.
Watch out!
Oh, shit. Spellbinder. Ow. Set us on fire. Never mind. We slapped him. What else we got in here? And Cassandra's trying to punch it through the wall. Hang on a second. Studies on the Blight. So this is just people studying the Blight. Transfer. Don't worry about that. Oh no, they talk about Liliana. Okay, cool. Let's read it. Introduction of the Blight to prisoners yields no discernible pattern. Disease progresses erratically. Some subjects die within hours despite all efforts. Others show no symptoms at all. Subjects may harbour some natural resistance, which makes isolation and testing a priority. A later entry follows. 6 more subjects died. Transfusions of blood from resistant prisoners slow the rate of corruption only slightly. Healthy flesh taken from live subjects and implanted in the infected will often die even before the corruption spreads to it. In cases where implantation is successful, Blight corruption spreads across donor flesh faster than host flesh. Prisoner Liliana has been the most useful source of resistant blood and skin to date. Wow, so she really has to put up with a lot of shit. Ugh, god damn it. They hurt our Liliana. Kick it down, Cass. There you go, now you can fight them.
One more for me.
One more for me, yes, correct, Varric. One more for all of us. Anything else in here to look at? Yay, harvesting Liliana. Fun year she had. Oh, I know. That is shit, isn't it? It just goes back into where we were. Cool, so you don't need to kick the walls down, but we did. It's much more fun that way. So, back this way we go, I guess. That explains some of Liliana's disfigurement. Poor Liliana. Not cool. We go back down here. So that's where we have to go. There's still markers down here. Kinda wanna go check them out first. If we can. Grabbing loots. Can we open this? We can. Do it. Open sesame.
Where did Alexius find this? How did he even move it here?
Can we open it?
Perhaps. But it looks quite strong. How desperate and paranoid must he be? His servants must have a way through. He has to eat. Let's look around.
Yes, that's what we read. He got them to dig up this thing and install it. We need to collect shit. So I'm guessing this is what the red lyrium shards are for. We need to collect more red lyrium shards to then open the door to get to Alexius. Is that what we're doing? So confusing to navigate. Yeah, it is. I generally like to think I'm pretty decent at navigating, but I'm not succeeding right now. Inventory is full now. Oh man, that's not a good start either. Let's drop some shitty weapons or something. Where's some shitty weapons we pick up? Yeah, level 1. Destroy, yes. Destroy, yes. Recruits, Dirk. Reader hatchet. Yep. That'll do for now. It was kind of confusing, but the story made it worthwhile for me. Love the codexes you get here. Is there rift noise? Yes, I can hear some sort of rift noise. I think it's the breach, though. Yeah, I think we need to go back in there. This way seems like the wrong way. Find more shards or something. Fate in Origins is far more confusing and annoying, you reckon? Oh, yeah. That's why you can get a mod that just bypasses the whole Fate sequence. Once you unlock a couple of the forms, it's not too bad, but it's really annoying at the start. And you got to do a lot of backwards and forwards, like go back to areas you've already been at in order to progress and collect more stuff and unlock more things. Oh, that's another supply cache. Damn it. Could have better used that if I was smart. The non-purple quest icons are the lyrium shards. Yep. That's what I thought. We'll just keep running around. But basically, we want to explore everything anyway. Here's how we maximize the quest and the gameage.
Try to take out that enchanter quickly.
Sounds good to me. You mean this one?
Block them from coming up the stairs!
Launched him across the room. Yes, that was very satisfying. Alright, slap all these guys down.
I could really go for some light reading.
Really? Well, no time for light reading right now, unless it's stuff that I read for the quest or the lore. Oh, there we go. There's a piece of red lyrium. Most excellent. Some more loot to fill up our inventory again. I did actually clean up our inventory before we started as well, so we picked up a lot of shit on the way. Sparkle Sauce, you've been lurking in the background the whole time, just trying to grapple 12 hours left of your year off. Because you had a year off work, right? And now you're back to work. And your teammates have had a shit year, you're saying? A lot of people have. Yeah, point blank stone fist, right to the face, launched him across the room. That was very, very satisfying, very fun. I want to do more of those. Cannot find where this marker is. For more red lyrium. Are there more doors we haven't opened? Need one more shard. Thought we've explored most places here. All these floors. I think got one is this way. Oh, there's a door. There's the door we haven't done. Here we go. Now we're on the money.
Pray to the god to watch the entrance. You just can't find good cultists these days.
Alright, focus fire. What should we be focusing on? Let's get a nice big area effect spell going over here. All of these dickheads, yes, all of you. Burn. And And there is the spellcaster. Knock him down. And let's go invincible through. Oh, it didn't work. The rune still got us. That's annoying. Get him. That's fixed it.
Doesn't look like the Elder One is interested in saving his followers.
So the followers, the magical dudes, they're the ones that had the lyrium. Now we've got it. Frosty. Oh, you're off. You're jealous. Also hugs. Yeah, sucks when time off comes to an end. Yeah, Sparkle Sauce had time off because she had baby, what is his name? Glitter Jam. I think that's what we nicknamed him. Frosty is so dang tired from work and had to go in just to lock up. Stupid computer not behaving for the person following. Oh no, that's annoying. Oh, what can we find up here? A reason we're climbing the ladder? There a reason? No, there isn't. Waste of time. So Frosty had to go twice into work after the shift ended because he couldn't figure out something. And you got to go in for another long shift tomorrow. Oh no. Do you have to travel far? Hopefully it's not too far. That is pretty annoying. May the force be with you, Frosty. Yes, agreed. Alright. So, save game. Bust this door open. Alexius, what is going on here? Oh, is that Felix? Ooh. Are you not even going to acknowledge us? Or we get to have the first word, do we?
Look at what you've done, Alexius. All this suffering. And for what?
For my country, for my son. But it means nothing now. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
I beg to differ, but what are you talking about?
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now, of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all.
Felix. That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius. What have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Well, first you can talk, but give us the amulet.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
Oh, damn! Liliana! Killed poor Felix. It's alright, we're gonna rewind time and undo it all. Defeat Alexius. Alright, this could be a challenging fight. Oh, he's got a barrier as well. I need to hit you with my spirit sword because it's charged up. Alright, now let me appear inside you. Oh, he teleported away. Rude. Oh, he summoned a rift. Oh, that's nifty and annoying. Let's disrupt it. Come on, come on. Yes. Demons are weakened when we disrupt the rift like that. The rift, not the whift. Sound like Jonathan Ross. Okay, can we close said rift? Yes, we can. Come on, knock him down. Okay, let me hit you by appearing inside you. Yes! Lots of damage. 1,000 damage when we do that. Suck on that. Where'd he go? Alright, another rift. I thought that might happen. Let's disrupt it and shortcut the fight. Yes, go to Cassandra, because she taunts you. Excellent. Now let's throw some fire on the ground. Yes!
I can do this all day!
Me too, Dorian! Me too! Oh, disrupt it. Come on. Alright, Stone Fist. Invisible insertion. Boom. I insert myself into you, and not in a dodgy, horrible sounding way. Using this Fade Cloak maneuver.
Goodbye!
Goodbye, Alexius. Suck on that.
He died, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
So, can we go back to the past using his amulet? Does that bring Alexius back? Or is it because he's bound to this timeline and the amulet, because of what he caused, the consequences remain permanent to him, and oh no, I've gone cross-eyed. I don't know. We'll have to find out. Jay, some of the time distortions here speed up your casting or slow them down depending on which one you stand in. Oh, that would have been interesting if I had paid more attention to that. Okay, cool. Next time, maybe I'll pay attention to that. Anastasia, managing to contain the blight in your child for years. Alexius is to be commended. Well, that's true. So if he's affected by the blight and he's kept him alive, that's quite impressive. He did inflict a lot of pain and suffering on everyone else, though, just to keep him alive. If that was his only motivation, he's failed everyone, I think, and including Felix, because Felix would not want the world to suffer to benefit him. Okay. Oh, Alexius. How do you reverse the spell? Oh, hang on. Let's do this one.
I know you cared for him.
Once he was a man to whom I compared all others. Sad, isn't it?
Yes.
This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible! You must go now!
It does sound like things are getting urgent, Dorian.
The Elder One.
Ooh.
You'll have to hurry. This is bad.
Oh. Oh, nod. Yes. Oh, they're all going to go slow him down.
Hold the main door. Once they break through, it's all you, Nightingale.
Interesting. Okay.
I can't let you kill yourself for me. There must be another way.
Look at us. We're already dead. The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours.
All right. Thank you, team. Loyal team. They got a lot of faith in Dorian. So keeping Felix alive may not have been a kindness.
I am shielded by flame.
I agree. Oh, yep, there's some solid demons.
Guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
Come on, Dorian. Work your stuff. Oh.
You move, and we all die!
Go, Liliana. Yes, badass Liliana. Nice. She's gonna die, though. Come on, Dorian. Make it work. No. Oh, that's tough to watch. Come on, Dorian. Back we go. Now we must prevent this from ever happening. Oh, there he is.
Do better than that.
Oh, he's given up. Wow. He's very deflated. Holy shit. So, to Jay's point, Alexius's, oh, that's not easy to say, he is a relatable antagonist because he's just been trying to keep Felix alive. Well, I agree somewhat. Like, his motivations for trying to keep Felix alive are very good, but you can't make the rest of the world suffer in order to get that. So, no, he's a dick. Astasia, all their life, Tevinter people are told magic is everything and create or fix anything. Yeah, this is part of the problem with the Tevinter Imperium, right? The mages have too much power. There's such an arrogance, such an ego that goes with it. You know, you can do anything. You are everything. You are a god. No, you're a gifted person who still needs to do good things, not just whatever you want. And this is why I hate the Tevinter. the Tevinter Imperium needs to just be contained. They are dangerous. So Jay, that's what makes him a bad guy. The road to hell and all that. Yes, true. So relatable because he just wanted to save his son, but still a bad guy because he took it too far. Yes, agreed. He's one of those parents that'd do anything for the child and not see the consequences until it's too late. Yes, but he's blindsided. I don't respect that kind of person. You know, I understand that you need to, you want the best for your children and you want them to live. I get that, dude. But the amount of evil that you have done to get there, I don't have sympathy for him. I understand part of his motivation, but I do not have sympathy for him for the amount that he's inflicted on everyone else. And plus, Felix wouldn't have wanted that anyway, because Felix is actually a good person. Alright. Be a smartass? Be a smartass, yes.
Is that the best you've got?
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Felix is a noble person. Maybe the Wardens could help him. They know a lot about the Blight. And it's the Tevinters that caused the Blight in the first place. Oh, okay, so he just quietly walks away.
Well, I'm glad that's over with.
Right.
Or not.
Grand Enchanter, we'd like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties.
When we offered the Mage's Sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Honora, I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
Aha, so King Alistair and Queen Honora have arrived, looking a bit different from the other games. I think Alistair looks not as good. One of the few characters that does not look as good. Although I do get that it's 10 years later. Alistair was awesome in Origins, by the way. He was one of the best characters I've encountered in any game. And Jay, you reckon King Alistair is now a dick? Well, he seems a lot harsher. Maybe that's been Honora's influence on him. Okay.
I should point out that we did come here for mages to close the breach.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
I know you are a mage, but consider how these rebels have acted. They must be conscripted, not coddled.
I've known a lot of mages. They can be loyal friends if you let them. Friends who make bad decisions, but still loyal.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
Dum-dum-dum. Here's the choice we make, isn't it? Right. So, here we go. So King Alistair and Queen Honora are ejecting, they're kicking the mages out of Redcliffe and the surrounding regions because of this bullshit that Alexius has pulled them into and the poor treatment of everyone in the area because they were kicking out, or Alexius was kicking out everyone who's not a mage. So the mage is like, where do we go then? And we say, well, we need you in the Inquisition to seal the breach. That's why we came here in the first place. So the options are, you are our prisoners, and you are effectively under the control of the Inquisition. You are forced to serve the Inquisition to help us close the breach. Or, you are our allies. You offer the mages a full alliance. The mages will be a free entity. They will be allied with us, and we shall be friends, teamwork, etc. Yes. And this choice has, there's consequences either way. So, I think I know which way I'm going to lean. I'm interested to hear some of your opinions, if you know what this means, or even if you don't know what it means, right? Do we want to be allies with the mages? Do we, to Varric's point, you know, they can be good allies. Not all mages are bad. There's been some bad mages, yes, but there's been some bad everything that we've encountered. Or do we force the mages to be under control once again, which is kind of what caused a lot of the problems in the first place. Jay says, allies! Vive la mage revolution! Anastasia, this choice has next to none consequences, sadly. Yes, there's consequences, definitely. And Fiona's backstory makes this interaction kind of great and horrible in a way. So that's what we find in the Tevinter Knights, was it comic? What did you say that was? Tevinter Knights? Is that an animation or a comic? Anyway, either way, yes, need to check that out. Thank you very much for bringing that to us as well. It's an anthology of short stories. Okay, cool. So Anastasia, it does influence a story point later in a convoluted way. Not mainly, it shows your stance, but mainly it shows your stance on mages. Right. So, my general stance on mages, as I was talking about earlier in this session, if you were around for that, is the mages, depending on the area, I think there was an okay balance in Ferelden, where the mages were still under the guard of the Templars and the Chantry. It's a little bit borderline, but they were still okay. But obviously in Dragon Age 2, so around the Kirkwall and the Free Marches, mages absolutely are being abused and overly controlled and poorly treated by the Templars and the Chantry. My opinion is the mages, they do need guidance. They do need a place where they can learn and be schooled. They need some protection, but if you squeeze down on them too hard and be dicks to them, well, people push back, don't they? Hence the revolution that's happened now, although Anders is very much to blame for that because he was very anti-Templar and he caused a big explosion which killed a bunch of Chantry people, including Templars, and a few mages in the process. So my stance is probably to say, look, mages, let's be allies. If I just put you under control again, it's only going to lead to trouble again. Here's your chance to be good. Here's your chance to stop being dickheads. If you be dickheads, then I'll hunt you down myself. That's kind of my stance on this. So I'm probably going to go with setting them up to be our allies. Sarah, Cassandra, and Vivian are all going to hate that. Because they are... Well, Sarah doesn't like all the chaos that the mages are reigning everywhere. Cassandra is originally a Templar and is of the Chantry. And Vivian believes that, even though she is a mage, the control of this mage circles is what needs to be in place for mages to be looked after and guided. I'm not against the circles. I'm just against Templars being driven and ruled by the Chantry. I think maybe they should be their own organization with alliances or just be part of the mage circle themselves. I don't know. So Fiona's story is in the calling, you think? Okay. Either way, these stories sound pretty cool, especially if they link up to here. Anyway, enough waffling for me. I've probably over-explained that, and I apologize, but it's a big lore point and story point in the game. So I'm going to go with allies. It's going to upset people, including our love interest, but I will earn back those points. Let's set up the mages to be our allies. Let's give them a chance to do things well on their own terms, allied with us. And hopefully this doesn't bite us in the ass.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
We'll discuss this later.
I'll pray that the rest of the Inquisition honors your promise then.
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
It's a generous offer. I doubt you're going to get a better one from us.
King Alistair has decreed, take the offer.
We accept. It would be madness not to.
Of course, especially if you're allies.
I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
We shall see. We shall see. Alright, back to Haven we go. Cassandra not happy, Sarah not happy, a few people not happy. Others very happy. You can see all the approvals rolling up and disapprovals rolling up on the screen before. Whether they're in your party or not, they will approve or disapprove of the decision.
Not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
I lied to them. No. I'm saying it's kind of their probation. We give them a chance. If they decide to be dicks, then we will come after them later.
Give them their freedom for now. If they prove later they can't handle it, impose restrictions.
Yes.
And how many lives will be lost if they fail? With the veil broken, the threat of possession. You were there, Seeker. Why didn't you intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, I support it. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Why does he have one naked shoulder?
That matters.
Closing the breach is all that matters. I agree. There's also another thing that it influences. Because there is... I think there's a divine. So Divine Justinia was killed at the start. That's the big opening plot point of the game. A new divine must be elected. Some of these decisions, secretly in the background of the game, allocate points to a potential new person who will fill that void later in the game. Alright. Cullen is still with PTSD from Ferelden's Circle in Dragon Age 1. Yeah, I thought he'd be a little bit more considerate because he was sympathetic towards the mages after that. But, look, I see where he's coming from. I would have thought Liliana would have something to say just here, but she didn't. Kirkwall broke him. Ah, fair point. Yes. How much has his hair improved? Yeah, well, it has improved. But Alistair's devolved. Alistair is less good compared to the rest. Okay, closing the breach is all that matters. We'll need lyrium. I can help. I saw it's at stake. Let's go now. The sooner the better. We'll need lyrium.
Closing the breach will require a lot of magic, and that means lyrium. I have contacts who can help.
Contacts meaning smugglers? Send them word. We need every advantage.
We have legitimate lyrium supply lines already.
And they don't need to hear of this.
Keep it under the table, and I'll do what I can to quiet rumors.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
Of course, I must be there to make the big decisions and cop all the blame.
And I'd hoped to sit out the assault on the breach. Take a nap, maybe go for a walk.
What is it they say? No rest for the wicked.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
I must admit I'm surprised.
We both saw what could happen, what this Elder One and his cult are trying to do. Not everything from Tevinter is terrible. Some of us have fought for eons against this sort of madness. It's my duty to stand with you. That future will not come to pass.
Dorian's pretty good. Like, he's from a snobby background, but he does seem to be a decent dude. I like him. He's growing on me.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice.
He's Sarah.
But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
Yes, make her willing indeed. Okay. Meet in the war room when ready. So, we are up to the next story mission already, are we? In your heart shall burn. With the Inquisition's hard-won allies, it is time to march on the breach and close it. Meet in the war room when ready. Can we do some side missions or not yet? Because something's meant to happen where we get a new castle or something, right? Yeah, alright, so, cool. Well, look, we've reached the end of tonight's session. Next up, we shall look at the next story mission, probably. We will probably march on the breach next. And see what that entails. I do not know what that means. It sounds like something you do at the end of the game, but we're nowhere near the end of the game, so there must be a lot more that happens, right? So after the next story mission, you move from this area to your next home base. Excellent. Thank you, Jay, but you'll probably want to do side quests first. I've done a lot of side quests. Like if we look at the hinterlands. What have we got in the hinterlands that we still need to do? Memories of the Grey. Oh, these are some things for finding Blackwall stuff. Do side quests here. So are you suggesting I should do these side quests first, or do the next story mission and come back to these later? Some vanish. Yes. Yes, please, Jay. If you've got a list of what vanishes and therefore what I need to be doing here, yes, please let me know. Send it through. I will post, well, the description of the streams will sort of indicate what we're doing, whether it's side missions or story missions. I'm keen to do the next story to get us to the next castle and see what unfolds next. But I just don't think I've got a lot of side missions that we can do at this stage. So that's the hinterlands. If we look into the fallow mire, there's not a lot in here. We've got some locked doors that I couldn't get through yet. There's a few side missions around, but yes, drop it through. But Anastasia, you reckon much side quest time as well? Okay, so maybe therefore we need to do side quests. But I'll have a look at the info that Jay sends through. That will help us sort of figure out how much content I've got to fit in to the relevant streams and what we need to do now. So we shall investigate and we'll figure out what happens next. Thank you very much, Jay. That is appreciated. Thank you, everyone who's come along tonight and talking to me, discussing the lore, discussing characters. This is the cool shit. This is what these games are about. This is why we stream in this fashion, because it's so much fun exploring these things with you all. And I really appreciate the tips that you give me along the way so we can maximize what we do. Giving the little tips without spoilers is the best way to play a game, because you can be sure you minimize your disappointment in what could happen if you just made the wrong little step. So I really appreciate everyone coming along for that. Next session is going to be tomorrow night at the same time, 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. That's a mouthful. If you want to see what time that is in your local time zone, check out the schedule on my Twitch about section, or it's in there. I think there's a link to the schedule there. That will typically show the schedule in your time zone, so you can see when we do it. For anyone who has not yet joined Discord, please come along. Consider joining our Discord community. We have great chit chats. We have memes, lols, community pet pics, which are amazing. We have some community art. We've got some awesome artists in our community. Also amazing. Occasionally we have links to free games. I've got a giveaway I need to do. I should talk about that the next stream. I'm going to give away a free copy of Jedi Fallen Order. So I'll need to figure out how to do giveaways because I've never done that before. So consider joining our Discord because that's just an awesome place to be. Also, big thank you to our patrons. So I've got a few Patreon supporters. Frosty, Big Vito, Stephen, I can't remember your alias. Sorry, I'll fix that up next time. Really love your support. Thank you very much for that as well. Anastasia, you'll happily be here. Most excellent. Love it. Would love to have you come along. Thank you for the chats and everything that you have all given me tonight. I'm going to go... I guess, have a shower, get some of this sweat off my face. It's hot as balls in here right now. But in the meantime, this has been Nerdedness. I've been Shade. You guys have been awesome. Let's hang out again tomorrow night, and I'll see you there.